Are you tired of the same boring dinner routine? Maybe you're craving something new, but also like totally comforting and familiar. Then you've got to try these three delicious twists on breakfast for dinner. Now, these recipes are easy on your wallet and they're perfect for any night of the week. And you can do breakfast 3 nights in 1 week. As a bonus, it's only $20 for all three meals. So let's get into it. Now, I know your first question is why breakfast? Well, it's fun, it's interesting, it's super quick to make, and I'm going to show you that it is super budget friendly. As an added bonus, breakfast foods are so easily adaptable to things like dietary preferences, like, say, you're dairy free or gluten free. Plus, if you have picky adults or picky kids, there's always breakfast for somebody. You can always twist it up. So simple. So let's look at our grocery list. Now, when I said $20, I really wasn't kidding. See, look, our total for 11 items was $20.03. Now, I could have added more to these menus to, beef it out, but I wanted to leave you enough wiggle room to where if you wanted to switch some items out, maybe you wanted to add something more, say something like fruit or extra vegetables, totally doable with this budget. Now, I have two links down below. One goes to my Walmart grocery list where you can see everything I picked out and see what the prices are in your area. The second one goes to our website where you can download the free PDF. This is menu number 13. So if you're, following along with us in this series, you probably have already a bunch of menus to choose from, and this will just be one more in your book. Let's get into the recipes. Now, this first one is super simple and it's great for those nights that you just don't have a whole lot of energy or a whole lot of time. We're going to do some bacon, egg, and avocado wraps. And honestly, the biggest thing here is just cooking the eggs however you would like. I typically go with scrambled eggs for a wrap. And if you'll notice, we are going to use an 18 pack of eggs because eggs are going to be our cheap source of protein for these three meals. Now, I just chose the large tortillas, but depending on your preference, you can go with the smaller ones. You could go with any kind of wrap that you like. And then we're going to kind of cheat and go quick and use some pre-cooked bacon. But if you wanted to, you could easily buy raw bacon. I have gotten into the habit now of making it in my air fryer. I will say in my air fryer, it's easier if I cut the bacon in half and then lay it out. And it seems to work a whole lot better versus doing the full long pieces of bacon. Now, I've added avocado because, of course, I am a huge avocado fan, but you could totally skip that and add whatever veggies you like. You could swap it out for just lettuce or really, you could add tomatoes, spinach. There's so many options here. Now, I've listed shredded cheese as optional because I had quite a bunch of requests for dairy-free options. But honestly, I don't know about you, but in my fridge, I always have some kind of cheese, and I don't really have cheese rules. If I want cheese, honestly, any cheese will work. So I just go in my little cheese drawer. Most people call it a crisper, but at my house, it's a cheese drawer. And whatever cheese jumps out at me, that's what I would add to these wraps. Now, for this second dish, we're going to do a crispy potato and egg skillet, kind of like a one pot meal here. Now, I'm going to do this with sweet potatoes, but if you already had potatoes, doesn't really matter what kind, you could easily use that. The problem with adding raw potatoes to a skillet is that it just takes forever. Seriously, it can take like 20-25 minutes to get those potatoes fully cooked by frying them. So if you're using regular potatoes, I like to quote unquote bake them in the microwave. I, use a fork and I pound a bunch of holes in there and then I put it in the microwave for 3 minutes, flip it over, do it again. Now, with sweet potatoes, it's a little bit different because typically you don't leave the skin on sweet potatoes. You can, but not everybody likes that. So a way to do this with sweet potatoes to cut down that cook time is go ahead, wash and peel your sweet potato, dice it into nice little chunks, put it in a microwave safe bowl with just a splash of water. I mean, I'm talking like maybe 1 to 2 teaspoons, not very much. I usually put just like a paper towel over the top and then microwave it for 3 to 5 minutes. This is just enough to get the sweet potato tender so you can go ahead and add it to your skillet, and it cuts the cooking time dramatically. Okay. And then you don't end up with kind of like uncooked potato or like hard parts to there. Another option here, which is great, is if you already have potatoes in your pantry, like the canned potatoes, you could even use frozen potatoes. They even have dehydrated, like hash brown potatoes where you just steep them in hot water to get them back to life. There's so many options here. So before you buy potatoes, I would maybe check what you already have. Now, we're just going to add some onion and some bell pepper. I've done half here just because we're doing a meal for a family of 4, but you could obviously use a full onion and a full bell pepper if that's what you like. Now, we're going to use some sausage links and just chop them up, but you could also use sausage patties or just ground sausage. Any of those will work. And then what we'll do is at the very end, we're going to shove everything to one side and then scramble the eggs on the other side and then mix everything together. Now, an alternative to that would be, say you like your eggs sunny side up, or, however you like them, you could easily do that on the other side and just not mix them all together. I'm a huge fan of like a fried egg on top of like some home fries, and that could totally have that feel as well. Now, if you've been hanging around on Facebook, you know that I am a huge fan of rice bowls. But we kind of get into that habit where rice bowls are only for like lunch or for dinner. So we're going to do a breakfast version. And if you think that's a little weird, in a lot of countries, they actually eat rice for breakfast. So we're going to start with our rice. And I didn't put specific directions here because I know that a lot of people like to cook it in different ways, like the stovetop, a rice cooker, and a microwave. So the goal here is you're going to want about 2 to 3 cups of cooked rice, depending on how much rice your family's going to eat. And then this is so simple. You're going to start your burrito bowl with a base of rice, and then we're going to add some black beans. I prefer to drain them and rinse them first. We're going to use some salsa. We're going to use another diced avocado, and then we're going to have the other part of that pack of pre-cooked bacon. So about 6 slices worth that we're going to chop up. And then once again, optionally, you can add shredded cheese, sour cream, hot sauce. To me, the salsa kind of takes care of that. If you wanted to, like I said, with the shredded cheese, just pick whatever cheese you got. It'll probably work great. And then, of course, I always have some sour cream in my fridge, so I wouldn't necessarily have to go out and purchase that just to put on top of my burrito bowls. Now, this one is actually a great way that you could go through your fridge and see what kind of items you need to use up. Maybe have some leftover veggies or just serve it with some fruit. Either way, this is just a great option, and it's great for picky eaters because they could kind of pick and choose what parts they want on their bowl. Now, I really hope that these breakfast for dinner options have kind of inspired you to think outside of the dinner box and include some other things, specifically breakfast type foods. Now, we did all savory, but you could easily do, a French toast casserole, just stovetop French toast. Pancakes are always a hit. Waffles are always a hit. Those are other great, economical, budget friendly breakfast for dinner options. Now, don't forget to go to the website. You can print out the 1-page PDF, all one page, all in black and white, and then go ahead and add it to your book that has the other weeks in there as well. And I will see you guys in a few days. Bye.